welcome aboard our flight over to Johannesburg, South Africa. We are sure glad to have you with us. From the flight deck, we'd like to echo the welcome aboard you've already heard from others. We do appreciate your business. My name is John. It's my pleasure to be one of your captains tonight. The other captain's name is Jerry, and then we have two Jasons acting as first officers tonight. So a pilot crew of 4, basically 2 flying crews, take you down to Joburg. It looks like 15 hours, or 14 hours and 54 minutes. I almost got that backwards. 14 hours and 54 minutes en route. We do expect to probably, looks like maybe 6 or 7 minutes early into the gate down there. We'll have to see how that plays out. We may have to decelerate here and there for some bumpy conditions, but generally a nice ride. There's between 8 and 10 hours, 8 and 12 hours in. There's an area where it might be just a wee bit bumpy. Otherwise, it's not a bad evening for an airplane ride. Like I said, we're glad to have you with us. When the seatbelt sign is on, make sure you stay in your seats. And when the seatbelt sign is off, you're welcome to get up and wander about the cabin. As always, though, whether the sign's on or not, if you're in your seats, please wear the seatbelts because you just don't know when you might come upon some unforecast bumps, and we wouldn't want anybody getting hurt back there. We do apologize for the challenging situation with our lavatories. As you may be aware, the lavatories on an airplane use vacuum to initiate flushing, unlike your home, which uses a water pressure and a tank full of water. Airplanes use vacuum, and that vacuum on the ground is created by a vacuum pump, and that pump is inoperative, so we have to depend upon negative pressure when we climb up to a higher altitude for those bathrooms to work. So the bathrooms will be locked out until we pass through about 16,000 feet. Then after that, they'll be available for your use until we again descend through about 16,000 feet on the arrival. We do hope that you'll plan accordingly, and we'll remind you of this situation as we get here to Johannesburg. Welcome aboard.
Step out of the aisle to allow others to pass and take your assigned seats quickly and safely. At this time, large bags must go in an overhead bin, and small bags may be stowed under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. evening, everyone, and welcome aboard. My name is Peggy Kramer, and I'll be your purser for tonight's flight. And I'm assisted by the lovely Angela Payne, our customer service leader in the main cabin, and we're working with 10 delightful Atlanta-based flight attendants. We're all excited to take care of you, and we'd like to extend a special welcome to our Sky Miles and Medallion members. We appreciate you continuing to trust us with your travel. Before we depart, please direct your attention to the video screens for a brief presentation. If your video monitor is not working, please ring your call light to let us know. Captains John Brittingham and Jerry Wagner are in command of the flight today, assisted by First Officers Christopher Morton, Jason Taylor, and Jason Wells. And they've informed me we have 14 hours and 54 minutes flying time. We hope you enjoy the flight.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for flying with Delta. We are the first U.S. airline to reach the 100-year mark. We got here by taking care of each other, taking care of our customers, showing up every single day. Now sit back, relax, and please pay attention to this important safety presentation.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta Airline.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft. In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, leg rest, and footrest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Thank you for paying attention to this important safety message.
Flight attendants, please bring down for departure.
Delta and our global airline partners, thank you for helping us celebrate 100 years in flight. Our priority on this flight is a safe, clean, and comfortable experience for you. For your safety, please stay seated with your seatbelt securely fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air. Please use caution when opening overhead bins, as items may have shifted during takeoff, and keep the aisle clear of any potential trip hazards like bags or bag straps. For those of you who are seated on the aisle, please make sure that your body parts, as well as those material pieces, are completely free of the aisle. The flight attendants are consistently up and down the aisle throughout the entire flight. Federal regulations require all customers to comply with crew member instructions and prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight. The use of Wi-Fi to make voice or video calls is not allowed. Information on approved electronic devices can be found on the safety information card in your seat pocket. The lavatories are refreshed throughout the flight, but if you notice an untidy lavatory, please let a flight attendant know. Delta is on a journey to bring fast, free Wi-Fi to every aircraft. During our transition period, some routes may or may not have full coverage. To view coverage on today's flight, be sure to view the coverage map on the Wi-Fi portal before logging in or purchasing Wi-Fi access on the Delta Wi-Fi.com network. Even when the seatbelt sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened while seated in case of unexpected rough air.